Hajime no Ippo is one of my all-time favourite series. I only discovered it around last year, but ever since I have, I've been absolutely hooked. I could talk about this series for hours, but the topic for today, I'm actually going to talk about the match that Ippo shouldn't have won. Let's talk about the quarterfinals of the Rookie King tournament arc, Ippo vs Kobashi. Please forgive me as there's going to be a 95% chance I'm going to absolutely butcher these names. I have enough trouble speaking England, so to all my Japanese viewers, gomen. Also, please note that there will be spoilers. Ye have been warned. After defeating the headbutter, Fujiwara, and the guy with the strong hook, Ozuma, we move on to the quarterfinals where Ippo will be facing Kobashi. When Ippo is first introduced to Kobashi is when we're watching his round against Yoshida. What I really enjoy about this scene is that the whole time there is this feeling in the room of, okay, it hasn't been exciting yet, but something is definitely going to happen soon. But it doesn't.
Jabbing and clinching over and over? This is really a monotonous bout. But I'm sure that it's about to get good. Don't you think so, guys?
Every time it starts to heat up, Kobashi gets Yoshida into a clinch to tie him up, and hits him with some underwhelming yet effective jabs. To break down our quarterfinals match rival, Kenta Kobashi is a character much like Shikamaru from Naruto. He definitely isn't the strongest in regards to raw power, but he makes up for this in strategy and studying his opponents. It is stated that Kobashi has been influenced by the boxer Maxi Slapsy Rosenblum. As stated by his coach, Slapsy achieved 222 victories, but only won 19 by KO. This is an extremely important motivational statement for Kobashi, who realizes that he can go on to achieve great things even if his raw power is lacking. If we were to compare him to a modern day real life boxer, I have to say Floyd Mayweather Jr. I'm definitely no boxing expert, so if there's a fighter more relevant, leave it in the comments. Floyd is known for his rack up the points and don't get hit defensive style, and can be quite boring and frustrating to watch, but he is quite good. As Ippo leaves the gym after training, an unknown man scurries away, dropping his notebook. Ippo, being the extremely nice guy he is, chases the man down to hand him back his notebook. It turns out the man watching him was actually Kobashi, who was watching him train to analyze him for a strategy. Watching these two interact is great. On one side you have Ippo, who is extremely wholesome and innocent, and on the other side you have Kobashi, who is very soft-spoken and somewhat timid. It's during the interaction between these two that we actually learn a very important detail about Kobashi. He tells Ippo that he could only dream about having punching power like him. This is something we will expand upon later. As Kobashi goes to leave, he tells Ippo something very important.
One more thing. I'm well aware that I don't have any flashy punches or incredible technique, but still, boxing's unpredictable. You never know the outcome till it's over.
It's been made very clear that Kobashi is extremely aware of Ippo's power, something that physically intimidates him whenever he thinks about it. Moving on to the day of the match, we see Kobashi reading his journal before shutting it and closing his eyes. He does not appear nervous. It's obvious he has developed a plan to combat Ippo's power. As the match progresses, we can see that Kobashi's plan to combat Ippo's power has three main components. Make effective use of the cross block, which is extremely good defensively. Once Ippo has advanced offensively, get him in a clinch. Once the clinch is released, deal jabs to rack up points. Rinse and repeat. Every time Ippo got close, Kobashi either clinched or the round ended. Kobashi implemented his plan perfectly as we see Ippo getting visibly exhausted. This in itself goes to show the power of not only understanding your opponent, but understanding yourself and what you're capable of. However, I've titled this video, The Match Ippo Should Have Lost. So where did it go all wrong for Kobashi? Well, welcome to round 4, the final round. It was business as usual until Kobashi threw this one punch.
Huh? Huh?
Nuts!
Oh, wow. What was that? What did I just feel?
After this punch, Kobashi instantly became conflicted. Either stick to the plan that has been working so well throughout the match, or fulfill the deep desire Kobashi has to have powerful punches and to win the match via KO. Unfortunately, Kobashi's desire to have powerful strikes overtook the more rational side, resolving to finish the match with his own 2 fists, wishing for a KO victory more than ever. Going down this path led to Ippo knocking out Kobashi in the final seconds of the match. Ippo didn't win because he discovered some new technique at his lowest moment or through the power of friendship. Ippo won because Kobashi played a game that Ippo was way better at. It's as if a tennis player who is extremely technical and has amazing placement goes up against a guy who is extremely proficient at handling power, and then the person who is very technical does one power shot down the line and thinks, yeah, I'm going to play like that for the rest of the match. Sure, it might feel good to do one powerful shot, but now you've changed your entire game plan to someone who can harness that power and use it against you. It's probably not going to end well. The only reason Kobashi lost is because he played into Ippo's game. He should have stuck to the plan. He had it in the bag. I can understand why he did what he did. It had been developed that he desired to have a hard punch in his arsenal. This doesn't mean Kobashi can't walk away from this match and work on his power. He definitely can, but when you're in the moment, maybe stick to what's working. If there's a lesson we can take away from this, if you have developed a plan for something and it's working, why change the path? Keep things simple.